Good evening, everyone. This is Brian with Healthier For You Vending. Going to get the show on the road here in just a sec. Want to make sure we're on the right screen. Everything looks good to go. So, all right, let's get this going. First and foremost, I want to welcome everyone to the Healthier For You Vending webinar. Again, I'm Brian Swain, and my father and I are the founders of Healthier For You Vending. We've put together these webinars to be a quick and effective way to educate you about healthy vending. We're going to be here for about an hour, and then following the presentation portion, we're going to take questions for as long as you would like. Grab a sheet of paper if you don't have one. Jot down questions as they occur to you, because I want to make sure that we get a chance to get those answered tonight, if at all possible. We have numerous people on tonight from around the country, so we're going to keep everybody muted. Feel free to make as much noise as you would like, because we cannot hear you. You can send us questions using the chat feature on the right-hand side of your screen at any time. This is a live presentation, so I can't respond while talking. During the Q&A, though, I'll read out these questions and answer them for everyone's benefit. So let's get this going. Again, I'm Brian, one of the founders of Healthier For You Vending. And I'm here tonight with Jeff Long, one of our HVU affiliates from Phoenix, Arizona. Tonight we're going to cover the details of healthy vending, and that includes who we are and what type of people are behind this business. Well, that's pretty straightforward. My father is Del Swain, and he and I founded Healthier For You Vending to be the premier healthy vending company in the world. A bold goal for sure, however, for us, a very realistic one as well. We both have extensive experience as entrepreneurs, owning and operating a variety of businesses over the years. My father and I actually parted many years back, actually in the mid-1990s. I was in school for international trade and business, and my father was running a photo gift company. Well, this gift company was a pretty big deal back in the day. It was a pioneer in the photo industry. You've seen the products, I'm sure, photos on mugs, plates, trays, anything else you can think of. Those kiosks that were in malls all over the world, well, that was us. We literally helped thousands and thousands of people set up small businesses and literally revolutionize the photo gift industry in the process. Well, we had over 100 different gift items to mount photos on, and they were made in various factories and countries all over the world. He was a partner in that import company that manufactured those items. Well, there were some issues with the partner in that business, and the short of it was he bought out the partner and asked me to manage the import side of things. That's been over 20 years ago now that we've been working together. It's been a great time, and no matter what anyone says, working with family is a dream come true. Sure, at times working with family can be tough, especially on the rest of the family. Every dinner, holiday meal, or get-together at some point turns into a board meeting of some type. We love what we do, and we never stop talking shop. For us, business is truly an extension of our family, and we love what we do. Now, over the years in international trade, I began brokering products for other businesses as well. Eventually, I was helping people set up businesses of all kinds and even move the photo kiosk concept into over 30 different countries. It's been quite a ride, and we've both loved every minute of it. Well, we both became experts in helping people start up and run businesses of all kinds, and we developed a reputation for being honest and straightforward, and really started working with many new opportunities and concepts. Well, this is how Healthy Vending came to us, was through those channels of helping others establish a new business. About 8 years ago now, Healthy Vending first showed up on my father's radar. He was partially retired and dying down his golf game when he was introduced to it. He was asked by a company to help them put together a program to get people into the business of healthy vending. Well, to say the least, he had his work cut out for him. The company was in the business of selling traditional junk food and bulk candy machines. The operation and success of their machine owners was really not of their concern. My father and I then developed a program that would turn the old and established industry upside down. The core of the plan was to, in fact, focus on operator successes, not just selling machines. We knew the machine sales would naturally follow operator successes. We felt that making successful operators would create more opportunities for additional machine sales into the future, helping them grow their businesses over the long term. Well, that other company just didn't understand what we were proposing to them. With their 20 years of industry experience, they felt they had all the answers and were simply not interested in changing so drastically. Well, after they rejected the idea outright, my father and I believed so strongly in this concept, in this industry, we decided to move forward on our own. In 2011, we founded Healthier For You Vending, not to just sell healthy vending machines, but instead to create a network of successful affiliates that would forever change the way things are done in this industry. Paramount in our plan was to introduce the highest quality and best machine that we could build. Because of my international business experience, I literally searched the entire world for the best manufacturing facility that I could find. I was more than a little surprised when I found exactly what I wanted right here in the United States. The Winter Group, known for their line of USI machines that are extremely high quality, I was more than confident they can make us a machine to meet our high standards. They have over 85 years of industry experience and over $1 billion in sales to prove they're one of the top factories in the world. I chose them from day one to be our exclusive supplier, and I have never regretted it. We use their significant technical support and engineering resources to make our machines the best in the industry. We designed our machines using a base chassis, which is heavily modified with upgrades to do healthy vending specifically. Jeff will discuss your machine in more detail later. However, I wanted to point out we have a proprietary machine made exclusively for us here at H4U. When comparing companies, really look at the overall machine quality and reputation of the manufacturing facility, as it's a core component to all of our businesses. Well, we then partnered with and secured custom discounts from the nation's largest healthy snack and drink distributor, UNFI. UNFI is a juggernaut in the industry, supplying companies like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods while offering discounted prices. Now, these two 800-pound gorillas give us the tools that we need to apply our proven business startup model to the healthy vending industry. After just 7 years in the business, we've changed the face of vending already. We have the highest success rate of our affiliates of anyone in the business. Because we find the locations for the machines using our own in-house experts, we actually get you up and running this business. No machines parked in your garage or storage facility generating zero income endlessly. We get you up and running, show the operational business model very quickly, and then support you while you grow your business into even more locations. Our model is based on your success, the best and healthy food and American-made machines, and it has set us apart from everyone else in the marketplace. More than just a machine manufacturer or broker, we provide a business model for the business and then the training here in Las Vegas to actually implement and operate that business model. Now, I'm going to hand this over to Jeff. He's going to cover some topics that he can really speak from the heart about. He's a lifelong entrepreneur, owning and operating numerous businesses, and he's also a work for the man as well. He's also a local Healthier For You vending affiliate in Phoenix, Arizona. He'll tell us about his route and how it is to actually be running the business model. So, Jeff, would you like to tell us about the life of an H4U affiliate in the great state of Arizona?
I sure would, Brian. Thanks for the great introduction. And hello, everyone. I'm Jeff, and I'm speaking with you tonight from Phoenix, Arizona. I'm honored that you've taken the time to be here, and I'm very, very excited to be able to share this amazing opportunity with all of you. Now, I have a couple of questions for you. How often is it a person is presented a ground floor opportunity? A ground floor opportunity in two highly successful businesses, the vending industry and the health and wellness industry, which together create the healthy vending concept. This is an opportunity that can truly change your life. It's changed mine in many ways, and I'm very excited to be able to share my story with you. I know firsthand what it's like to research a business opportunity and to speak on the phone with Healthier For You Vending, because just like you, I was there. The difference is I've known Brian and Del Swain for over 25 years. I've always been interested in working with them on different business ventures. Healthy Vending started for me on Facebook. Brian and I had not been in regular contact for at least a couple of years. We quickly ended up on the phone chatting, and we were amazed to learn we had both relocated to the Southwest. Now, our families are from Seattle, Washington. Oh, we have a map pop up here. Everybody knows where Seattle's at, right? Right there. That's right. Brian had moved to Las Vegas, and I'd moved to Phoenix. And while we were comparing stories of what it was like to live in the very different, dry and arid Southwest desert, Brian told me he had relocated to Vegas to start Healthier For You Vending. Well, I was immediately interested in healthy vending and also growing my own business. I've always wanted to find a real opportunity and build a business that would make real and tangible differences in my life. This opportunity seemed to be one that allowed me to start transitioning into my own business. I've realized that I won't be a success with just achievement. And achievement is all I will experience while I'm working in corporate America, because that is what corporate America is all about. I found that I needed fulfillment. And what I learned is that success without fulfillment is failure. Why? Because success is about quality of life and about security. And success for me is about also being a part of something fantastic. I feel there isn't any job that will give me fulfillment and quality of life unless I own the company. So no matter your current situation, I'm sure that you know what I am talking about. I see healthy vending as the perfect opportunity to be self-employed, to achieve my financial goals and also feel fulfilled. And what does that equal? That equals success. That equals quality of life. I developed a plan and set a goal to become a business owner. First, I started the business. I supplemented my income, then transitioned the business into a full-time healthy vending route by duplicating the business model. Healthier For You Vending continued to place healthy vending machines for my business and grew my company's healthy vending footprint. Now, I never have to work for anyone else. I enjoy all the benefits of self-employment, and you can too. What I want to do is take you back to the beginning of my story when I first found this opportunity. I evaluated Healthier For You Vending and also researched other healthy vending companies so I could compare machine quality, locating methods, and the success of their business model. The first data I researched was vending sales in the United States and also vending saturation. I found that the entire vending industry produced $21.6 billion. That's a lot of money in annual sales. In 2012, when I started, healthy vending was a very small amount of that statistic. And today, while the healthy vending segment has grown, saturation in healthy vending is still many years away. Let's talk about saturation in junk food vending and visualize what it looks like. The largest operator of traditional soda and candy machines in the United States is a company that owns and operates over 2.8 million vending machines. That's one operator. Now, these statistics are highlighting, like I said, just one company. This type of saturation makes entry level into the traditional junk food, soda, and candy vending market very, very difficult. Don't get confused and believe that the traditional junk food vending industry is the same as healthy vending. Traditional junk food vending and soda vending has struggled over the past decade. Double-digit declines have been primarily caused by decreasing per capita soda consumption and a rise in the healthy eating index. Traditional junk food and soda companies have no interest in vending healthier options. Consumers want easy access to healthier snacks and drinks. Healthier for You vending is offering an enormous opportunity for those who own and operate a healthy vending business. Here's a quick snapshot of some of the market trends and legislation that help support the concept of vending healthy snacks and drinks. So let's start at the top here. So the Healthy Hunger Free Act of 2010, this required school vending machines to have healthy options as of 2015, and that's ongoing today. That opportunity is there. Healthy snacks and beverages are the fastest growing segment in the vending industry. And traditional vending operators, this is junk food vending and soda vending, they reported a revenue loss of 30 to 40% in 2015. So where are those consumers going? They're obviously looking for something a little bit healthier. So we've got timing and opportunity. And now that you know why healthy vending is the best opportunity, let's dig further into the research process. Now, as I started my research, I found some very important categories to dive into. I started with equipment. I had questions like, where exactly are the machines manufactured? Are they built from the ground up in the United States? Are they manufactured with components from the United States? I felt equally as important are locations. Who finds these locations for my machines? Are these people employees of Healthier For You vending? Do they contact the decision maker and get a signed contractual agreement? And of course, technology. We live in a world of technology. So what kind of great technology do these machines have? Is it outdated software or is it new and improved cloud-based applications? Can you track inventory and take several payment options? Of course, reputation is very important. Research company founders carefully, and also the reputation of those companies. I felt it was important to dig deep and learn more about what this opportunity offers, and you should too. I'm going to help by showing you why Healthier For You vending is different. So let's start at the top of the research list with equipment. Healthier For You vending machines are manufactured by United Auto Workers Union Specialists for our manufacturer, the Whittern Group. This is the same labor union that builds Chrysler, General Motors, and also Ford automobiles. This means the machines you are buying are built from the ground up right here in the United States of America. They start with a 4,400-pound roll of American-made steel. The steel is straightened, cut, and bent into parts for each machine. Other manufacturers cut costs and manufacture parts in different countries, like India. They use foreign raw materials of lesser quality, thinner bare steel that is not protected by powder coating, and also plastic shelving that will crack and break. They then ship those low-quality foreign-made parts to the United States for assembly while calling those machines American-made. And nothing is farther from the truth. Our manufacturer, the Whittern Group, has a state-of-the-art facility with the latest in technology. They use computer-guided manufacturing equipment such as laser cutters, robotic welders, and automatic powder coating equipment. The machines are built with precision and built with quality. The United Auto Workers Union specialists that build these machines, they build them with pride, and each machine passes a rigorous quality control test, so you get a superior American-made product. The facility in Des Moines, Iowa builds NSF and NAMA certified machines. Healthier For You vending machines are NAMA and NSF certified. Healthier For You machines built in this facility meet the required manufacturing criteria and are built 100% in compliance with federal and state laws. We're proud to say that our equipment is American made because we're contributing to the creation of better than average jobs for our fellow Americans. Our customers enjoy the benefit of owning the highest quality vending machines in the market and also a manufacturer that stands behind what they sell. This is the Healthier For You model ADA2 infrared featuring GVT laser accurate sensing. The ADA2 is proprietary to Healthier For You vending. The machine is built exclusively for the company and designed to vend healthy products. This machine is wrapped in high quality vinyl, displaying vivid graphics designed to catch the consumer's attention. The ADA2 infrared has the latest in technology, allowing for smooth transactions. The ADA2 has a 350 item capacity, and that includes 20 snack selections and the largest capacity for drinks in the industry, 9 drink choices. Programmable thermostat on the front of the machine, programmable vending hours for certain situations in schools where you're required by government law to have your machine shut off and turn on remotely. You can do that with these machines. Green tech, eco-friendly. These machines use 1/3 less energy than other machines in the market. Of course, remote access technology, debit and credit card acceptance, and ADA compliance. The ADA2 infrared is the perfect blend of technology and innovation, making for an overall fantastic consumer experience. The ADA2 is, as I said, NAMA certified. Each machine is delivered with this NAMA certification plaque affixed visibly to the interior of the machine. Our manufacturer, the Wittern Group, is also NSF certified. Because our manufacturer is the largest pharmaceutical vending manufacturer in the world, NSF certification is required. And of course, the ADA2 is union made and 100% manufactured part by part right here in the United States. There's no substitute for the quality of union made equipment. The Healthier For You ADA2 is the best and most reliable commercial grade combination machine on the market. The ADA2 is GFCI compliant. GFCI is ground fault circuit interrupter. The GFCI will shut off electrical current to prevent injury and fire. This very important safety device is required for government buildings, schools, and also military bases. So what are the specifications for the ADA2 infrared? Well, the ADA2 is 600 pounds. That's right. I like that slide. I like the weight in there. 77 inches tall, 34 inches deep, 35 inches wide, and of course is ADA compliant. The American Disabilities Act of 1990 requires keypads and payment acceptance systems to be mounted below 48 inches. The ADA2 meets these requirements, keeping these systems 46 inches from the floor. The ADA2 infrared brings you GVT, laser accurate sensing, as a standard feature. GVT, also known as guaranteed VEN technology, uses infrared optical drop sensors communicating to the machine that purchased products have been delivered to the consumer, so you don't have messy refunds or customer complaints. This system works so well that I have placed my name and cell phone number and my email address on the front of every machine I own. The last phone call I got was from a warehouse manager who wants Healthier For You vending at his business. It wasn't a complaint for lost money. The ADA2 infrared is the only combination vending machine in the world with GVT laser accurate sensing installed in both the snack and drink compartments. The ADA2 infrared is designed specifically to vend healthy products. These features are unique to this machine and Healthier For You vending. This system allows you to stock your machines with many different size packages the other machines just won't vend, such as protein supplements, coconut water, and even up to 23.7-ounce sport cap bottles like the Smart Water pictured in the Healthier For You vending machine. The ADA2 comes standard with 12 and 16-ounce deep drawer can dispensers so that you can stock larger tea and organic sugar-free drinks. The 16-ounce dispenser can easily be adjusted to dispense 12-ounce cans as well. The snack trays tilt towards you for ease in restocking. The ADA2 infrared is also EPA compliant and is the most energy efficient commercial combination machine on the market, manufactured with high density insulation in the cooling compartment, LED lighting, and many other energy saving features using green technology. The ADA2 is at the top of its class for energy savings. Healthier For You vending finds locations for your machines. This is not help. It's not assistance, nor is it coaching. Healthier For You vending finds each and every location and obtains signed contractual agreements on your behalf for each of those locations. Healthier For You has an entire locations department. The Healthier For You locations department is a full-time team of location specialists who are Healthier For You employees. They are dedicated to your success. Our very first locating specialist is still with the company and leads the entire department. You will be assigned a personal locating specialist. Your personal locating specialist will schedule a conference with you to collect information about your area. Information such as how far you want to travel to service a location, what type of locations you may know about in your area, and other specific information regarding your new healthy vending business. Your locating specialist then gets to work starting with any national chains H4U has a relationship with, including potential opportunities with the United States military. Your locating specialist will dig deep into your area, making cold calls on potential locations so you don't have to. Your locations are then presented to you by our locating team. This is done one-on-one and in person at training. After training, you will return home and conduct a survey of the locations. You can decline the location. Maybe it's too far away, or it's not a location that meets certain criteria. If you decline, your locating specialist will keep searching. You have complete control over the locating process, or you may approve a location. Once you approve the location, your new healthy vending machine is shipped and installed, ready to make money. Healthier for you locating specialists, they are incentivized to find the best location the first time. However, if a location underperforms, Healthier for You Vending has a 90-day location trial program. Notify our company within 90 days if your location is underperforming. Healthier for You will find a new location for your machine. You move the machine to the new location and your 90-day trial restarts. You can relocate your machine up to 3 separate times. A standard feature on the 882 is, of course, debit and credit card acceptance. The 882 uses new and advanced technology of the cloud. Greenlight Vending Management Systems is a cloud-based application. It's not unreliable and outdated software. Greenlight is the most advanced and trusted name in cashless remote payment systems and also inventory control. Your customer can use a major credit card, debit card, Android, Apple, and Google applications to make a purchase. Greenlight Systems reports all your sales, cash and credit, back to you via remote access. The Greenlight Vending Management System uses a cellular telemetry device sending data through the AT&T network back to you, the operator. You are able to see and track items sold, the inventory levels of those items. You know when to restock. It's almost like these machines are ordering from you. And you'll hear me use that a couple times in the process of this webinar. And you can review sales, both cash and cashless. Cashless is also referred to as credit, of course. Greenlight's cloud-based application allows you to access it anywhere, anytime. And you will always have the latest version so that you can manage your business from anywhere. Machine sales are seen up to the minute, along with product available for purchase, products and coil numbers, the price of the products, and how much the products have sold for and how much inventory is left on the shelf. The planogram feature and tab over here to the left, it gives you a quick interface so that you can track the sales of individual items sold daily, weekly, monthly, and also annual sales dollars. Along with tracking sales, you can remotely change retail prices, perform mechanical diagnostics, and also manage inventory from anywhere on the planet. Greenlight technical support is one click or phone call away. The advantage of partnering with the most advanced vending management system company on the planet is the top shelf support. Healthier for You Vending will teach you everything you need to know about operating Greenlight at training class. However, the Greenlight support page is packed with how-to videos so you can quickly reference what you have learned. Live customer service representatives are available to answer your questions. Healthier for You Vending has the best available warranty in the industry. So let's compare. The industry standard is a factory limited lifetime warranty. The key word here is limited. That's right, not lifetime. A limited lifetime warranty is a limited I get tongue-tied there. A limited warranty is simply not a lifetime warranty. See, it's even confusing to my brain. This limited lifetime warranty is actually a one-year warranty. They claim that you may buy parts at a 50% discount for these machines. And what they don't tell you is parts are marked up 50% over list price. So you really are not getting a discount at all. What is also important is the process to getting a machine repaired. It needs to be easy, effective, and prompt. So how do you get a machine repaired? Well, call us, call me, call the office if you think you're having a mechanical problem. Many times we're able to walk a newer operator through a perceived mechanical issue. If we're not able to help you with a problem, we will refer you to our manufacturer, the Wittern Group. Wittern has a dedicated help desk who will troubleshoot the issue and determine if parts need to be replaced. If parts need to be replaced, Wittern will order the parts and dispatch a repair person from a local facility to install the part and fix the issue. If you're under warranty, the repair cost is covered. If you're out of warranty, you cover the cost. It's that simple. I have owned Healthier For You machines since 2012, and I've never had a breakdown. Healthier For You Vending also has options for extended machine warranties. You can extend your warranty up to 5 additional years after the initial 2-year warranty has expired. The cost for extending the warranty is $200 per year per machine. The extended warranty is 100% coverage. There are no limitations. You're simply extending the existing warranty. Healthier For You Vending machines, they run so well long term and they require so little maintenance that Healthier For You Vending has never sold an extended warranty. I never bought one, and neither has any of the Healthier For You Vending customers, which really tells a story about the way our machines run and the high quality. So starting a business is very, very exciting. I feel like it's much like a birth date. So October 26th of 2012, it was a Friday. It was about 2:30 in the afternoon. That date is when I placed my first Healthier For You machine, and I started my business. One of the first locations they found was the Arizona Sports Complex. This is a state-of-the-art athletic soccer facility. The location is huge. It has 2 indoor full-size turf soccer fields and 1 outdoor field. The complex hosts practice and games for all ages, including premier adult leagues and even professional games. As I mentioned, this location was found by our Healthier For You locating team. In fact, the Arizona Sports Complex management, they were so excited to get a healthy vending on site on their property and having healthy products for their athletes. They said, "We're getting a healthy vending machine. You can put it right there." It was right up front where everybody could access it. It's a great location. DBAT is another location, Healthier For You Vending, found for my business. This facility has high-tech indoor batting cages and is owned by a former Major League Baseball player. The business hosts clinics and team practices, also one-on-one instruction. The consumer base varies from college-level athletes to little league families, and the volume is extremely high. This profitable location was another one found by our Healthier For You locating team. So as I said, I started my business with some fantastic locations. These machines are producing a fantastic profit, so my plan is to grow my business by reinvesting in more machines and more fantastic locations. As I'm making money from these machines, I'm rolling that profit back into my business, and that's what's so great about Healthy Vending. This business is completely scalable, and by that I mean it allows me to grow. The more machines I add, that equals more sales. More sales equals more profitability. As I add more locations, I control my paycheck and my ability to grow my business. So back in 2012, when I decided on Healthy Vending as a business, I knew I chose the right company. In a very short time, Healthier For You Vending became innovators who set the bar high. Our founders, Brian and Del Swain, insisted on building American-made machines and developing a system of acquiring the best locations. That insistence on quality changed the entire industry. Before Healthier For You entered the market, industry standards were very low. Companies were not concerned with machine quality or finding locations. Healthier For You Vending changed all that, and let's fast forward to today. Healthier For You Vending has 450 affiliates, operating over 3,000 vending machines on location nationwide. Healthier For You Vending is the most financially strong company in the industry. Healthier For You Vending is the only company who has a running inventory of machines. Your machines are already manufactured and waiting to be delivered to the location that our Healthier For You locations department finds for you. You won't wait 12 weeks because your machine hasn't been made. Healthier For You Vending has a perfect reputation. The company has an A+ rating at the Better Business Bureau and has never once had a complaint. When you're an H4U affiliate and you get your business started, the company enrolls you in a business tax program. Here's what I learned from this tax program during my first Healthier For You Vending training seminar. Healthier For You helped me organize my business structure, which is an LLC. Now, I qualify as an in-home business under the tax code. I was taught how to keep ironclad records of deductions, including square footage for my home office and food storage. And that covers portional deductions of my utilities, my mortgage, my maintenance, and even repairs. I get to write off mileage, entertainment, overnight expenses, and meals. And the beauty of it is, because of the deductions and the correct estimated tax payments, I won't have a tax bill at the end of the year. And best of all, I'm making more money. The business advice I got from Healthier For You is exactly what a new business owner needs. and it's a great refresher for a seasoned business owner as well. I love to share my experience with this because I know that you can benefit in some of the very same ways that I have. So now that we know why healthier for you vending is clearly the best choice, I want to jump into my favorite part of this presentation. That's the operational portion of the business. And I'm starting with product. You probably have questions like, where does the product come from? And how does this all work? Well, we have a national buyers group at the country's largest natural foods wholesaler. They have 60,000 different products. We've chosen about 1,000 vendable products. There's about 400 or so that we put into what they call dedicated planograms for the machine. So you may not be familiar with a planogram. What it is a common term used in retail. Essentially what it is a predetermined layout of all the products in the machine. Here's a sample of the great products offered in my machine. So there's a picture of the planogram there. And products are categorized by demographic usually. So, we've got offices that we serve as gyms, athletic type location, schools, and more. So you might have slightly different products in, say, an office, maybe a kashi bar. They might come in for breakfast or skip breakfast and have a kashi bar at the machine. Whereas a gym, it might be a protein drink or something like that. Schools is going to be focused more for children and teenagers. So it might be Cliff Bar Kids or something like that. You're going to use alternate planograms to change the product mix once in a while. And the layouts are going to be a little bit different from demographic to demographic. So here's a great sample of products offered in my machines along with wholesale pricing and retail. So let's start at the top here with the snacks. We've got Cliff Bar. Cliff is a great product. Everybody knows what a Cliff Bar is. Comes in a lot of flavors. I have these in my machines as well. So 66-cent wholesale, 73-cent retail. Oh, I'm sorry, 66-cent wholesale. I'm going down, not left to right, right? 66-cent wholesale, $1.75 retail with a $1.09 profit. Pirate's Booty. Everybody loves Pirate's Booty. It's a popular product now. This is a white cheddar cheese puff, organically made product, 73-cent wholesale. $1.75 retail, $1.02 profit. Stacy's Simply Naked Pita Chips, one of my favorite products, 55-cent wholesale, $1.50 retail with a 95-cent profit. Let's look at the beverages here. So with the beverages, we have vitamin water. This is electrolyte replacement, a lot like Gatorade with a lot less sugar, and that's a good thing. 58-cent wholesale, $1.25 retail, and a 67-cent profit. Next, we have vitamin water, which is made by Vitamin Water. So it's smart water, actually. I'm not sure if it makes you smarter or not, but it does have electrolytes in it so that you can replenish those needed electrolytes. 75-cent wholesale, $1.50 retail, 75-cent profit. Muscle milk at the end. So look at the differences in the numbers there. I'm going to explain that here in a minute. So Muscle milk's for those athletic type of locations, a protein supplement drink, $2.25 wholesale, $4.50 retail with a $2.25 profit. So as you can see, Muscle Milk, the protein supplement, has a much higher retail. That higher retail produces a higher profit of $2.25 per vend. Historically, gross profits in traditional candy and soda vending are well under 70 cents per vend. Healthy vending is very different because the products have higher gross margins. Products like Muscle Milk can sell for $5 or more in a healthy vending machine. The ability to make considerably more money is unique to healthy vending and the types of products sold in healthy vending machines. What I want to do is show you the averages while removing the gross profit of the Muscle Milk. This will show a more fair representation of what your profits can be. Then you can calculate how sales of higher price supplements like Muscle Milk, in addition to regular sales, can grow your gross profit. So here's the average. The average wholesale cost across the board without the Muscle Milk, 65 cents each per vend. The average retail price, $1.55 each per vend. And of course, the average gross profit without the Muscle Milk, 90 cents each per vend. So let's take these numbers and these averages and put them in a format so we can get an idea what the machines are going to sell on location. So right here across the top, we have 15, 20, and 25. This represents vends per day. And on the left, the number of machines that are producing those vends, 3, 5, 10, and 20. So 5 machines producing 20 vends per day is $90 in profitability. 10 machines with 15 vends would be $135 per day, and 20 producing 25 would be $450 per day in profitability. Again, this is gross profit less cost of goods. Average those same numbers to represent monthly sales. These averages are based on a 6-day week to keep the numbers conservative. The same 5 machines producing 20 vends per day will bring in $2,340 per month in gross profit. 10 machines with 15 vends per day, $3,510, and 20 machines producing 25 average per day, $11,700 per month in gross profit. So let's multiply these figures by 12 months for some annual averages. The same 5 machines that produce 20 vends per day, 28,080, 10 machines with 15 vends, 42,120, 20 machines producing 25 vends per day, $140,400 again in gross profit. 15, 20, and 25 are vends per day. Keep in mind, Healthier For You Vending finds the locations for your machines. I'm going to say again, we find the locations for your machines. It's included. So the company has to deliver on locations that will produce sales. Also remember that we have removed the muscle milk protein supplement from these averages and are basing the model on a 6-day week for a conservative result. These numbers are not arbitrary guesstimates. I've started myself with locations to produce an average of, say, 10 vends per day. I've worked with these locations to bring in the right products, sample the consumers, and build those locations up to a 20 vend per day machine. Now, realistically, there are locations that produce between 75 and 130 vends per day. Those locations exist. We're presenting realistic and replicatable numbers for you to predicate your business on. With the numbers I presented you, you're looking at a 4 to 7% per month return on investment. That's an 18 to 25 month payback on an investment of 5 machines. The best part about it is that you will spend an average of 1 hour per week per machine to manage this business. This isn't like a retail establishment where you have to be there and run the cash register and manage employees. I'm already getting tired talking about it and all the stuff that goes along with that. The typical retail location is open 12 to 16 hours per day every single day, and that's a lot of time. This business just doesn't require that kind of time because it is considered passive income. This business is simple. Keep the machines stocked and clean with a relevant product selection. The machines will merchandise and collect money while you're not there. That is what appeals to me so much about healthy vending. Now, I'm going to show you a spreadsheet. I'm sure everybody here has seen plenty of spreadsheets, but this one's simple. Not simple, it's special, rather. It's simple, too. It's simple to operate. I'm going to show you how to do that. So our company developed this spreadsheet as a way to build a business planning tool that focuses on profitability based on vends per day. So please follow along. You'll be receiving this spreadsheet in your email real shortly, and here we go. I'm going to show you how to use it. So let's start over here in the right, in the purple. This is where you have investment levels. 3 machines, 5, 10, and 20. Number of machines, okay? Packages costing from $29,850 to $159,000 even, okay? So I took 5 machines and I input it on the left in the blue. $43,975, which is the package price on the Healthier For You investment line. And as we move down, freight is included. This means the machines are shipped direct from the factory to the location that Healthier For You Vending finds for your machine, and they're white glove delivered, which means they are installed. This service is included. That shows a total investment of $43,975. In the single blue field, we're going to input 15 vends per day as an estimate. You can input any number you want here. So 15 is already in there. At 15 vends per day, the estimated monthly profit is $2,055.46. The estimated annual profit per machine is $4,933.11. Of course, for all machines, multiply that figure by 5, and your annual is $24,665.56. Your first year return on investment is 56%. Estimated 5-year cash payback is $123,327.81, and your estimated annual ROI profit is 280%. This is all calculated and predicated on the number put in the blue vends per day box. You can actually do cash flow forecasts for machines that are very accurate. I'm going to show you how to do that. Let's go up to the blue box there and put in 20 vends per day. We hit enter, and you're going to see how the numbers change. That jumps the monthly profit to $2,767.27 with an annual of $6,641.44, which is an estimated 76% first-year ROI, or 378% on a 5-year return on investment. So you can input any number you want to see what the machines are going to produce in sales and also profitability. This is all simple math, and here is where it all comes from. It's down here in the bright green boxes. There we go. Total week sales per machine, that's 140 vends, and below that, 602 vends for the month, multiplied by 5 machines. Am I going too fast? I feel like I am. Multiplied by 5 machines, that's 3,033 vends for the month, predicated on a 50% drink and snack mix. So in reality, you will sell more drinks than snacks. It's just how healthy vending works. Okay, drinks have a slightly higher margin. But for conservative purposes, we're going to use this 50-50 formula. In the orange boxes are the assumed retail and assumed wholesale prices. Moving down, we have commission to location if you have it, labor costs if you factor it, insurance costs, and tax collection if you're collecting it. Input those numbers, and they will show you the cash payback up in the green boxes. Okay, so you're probably wondering where the assumed wholesale and retail price points come from. So if you go to the bottom of the spreadsheet and you click on product samples, there we go, and there they are right there. So on that tab, you'll see the list of products, descriptions, unit costs, and retails. As you can see here, we have highlighted Arizona Iced Tea, 16 ounce, 47-cent unit cost, $1.50 retail, 69% margin, and a $1.03 profit. All of your beverages will average out as we scroll down. They're going to be in the orange right there, and the snacks are going to do the same toward the bottom. Those numbers then feed up to the first tab of the spreadsheet. There it is right there, and calculate in the green. We'll be emailing the spreadsheet to you in Microsoft Excel format. You'll be able to operate the spreadsheet the same way I did. You can go through the product list and change wholesales. You can change the retail prices because the formulas are already there, and what you may be able to buy in your area. Los Angeles, for example, are going to have higher retails than where I'm at in Phoenix, Arizona. And so we're basing these retails on what U.S. averages are. You can modify these numbers, and the spreadsheet is a great way to do cash flow projections for future locations or even for machines you already have on locations. You can input what you have in that machine and the information updates. It's a great form to utilize even when you're in the business like I am. Please look for this form in your email. When you open this email, please look for the bubbles. There's bubbles there, and each of the attachments are connected to those bubbles. And you just open them up, and you'll see the spreadsheet. If you don't see this email in your inbox, it may be in your spam folder. Why? Well, because sometimes we get sent to spam. Or if you use Gmail and you don't see the email in your primary inbox, click on the promotions tab. It'll be in there. If you don't see the email at all, contact us. Contact me. This spreadsheet is a great tool for you, and I really want to make sure you get it. This is the end of my portion of this presentation. I want to thank you very much for logging on and learning about my experience with Healthier For You vending. Please take a minute to write down any operator questions that you may have. I'm going to be sticking around for the question and answer session at the end of the webinar and answer those questions for you. Please welcome back Brian Swain, who will take the presentation from here. Brian?
Thanks, Jeff. Fantastic presentation, as always.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, excellent. Oh, thank you. All right, now I'm going to jump in now. Jeff's part of the webinar is a little bit more about the industry and the equipment, how he did all of his evaluations and such before committing to HFU as the right partner. Now, I'm going to jump in and I'm going to get down to some of the company stuff. I'm going to talk about the more detailed aspects of what we actually provide and how all the pieces of the puzzle fit together and how it all actually works. So we'll walk you through the details of it, right? All right, so the first thing we're going to talk about is locations. Location of any business is a huge factor in the success or the failure it's going to obtain, no doubt about it. We here at Healthier For You Vending understand this maybe more than most. We have a team of our own in-house location experts that find locations all over the country. We do not contract this incredibly important part of both of our businesses to an outside agency. First and foremost, you should understand we're the only healthy vending company that offers real guaranteed locations for every machine sold. If you look through the contracts and the paperwork, you'll see that I'm telling you the truth on that. It's not what it appears when companies say they're going to get you sites. It is with us. One machine, one site. That's the way it goes. Now, we offer this service to ensure that our affiliates actually get up and running this business and see future growth. That's a big part of business for both of us. Now, we've been at this for about 7 years now. We built relationships with some amazing companies, of course. Now, we've learned this business inside and out. Our machines can be found at some amazing venues, and our location specialists train you to continue this into the future. I hear other companies talking about training you to do your own locating. However, I can't figure out how they can train you to do it when they don't even offer the service themselves. We, in fact, relish the opportunity to place machines and work with you through that process. We want to find fantastic sites because we know what that leads to. You grow your route. You build the business over time. We need to make sure that our affiliates have all the opportunities that we can give them to not just survive, but to thrive in the business long term. Now, our location program is pretty simple, really. After you finalize your purchase agreement with us, we actually start locating right away. We put together a program catered to fit you specifically, and then we work with you to find out what you know about your local area. It might be actual location ideas, geographic constraints, areas that we should or should not target. And then we reach out to some of the companies and organizations that we already work with and get a pen to paper commitment to allow a machine into their facility. Then we train you to do the on-site inspection. Then it's up to you to accept or reject the site for whatever reasons. Our objective is to build your business using your input and expertise combined with ours to build the best fit for you. Even after the machines are on location, you have 90 days to evaluate the location and determine if, in fact, it does fit your operational needs. If for whatever reason you want us to find another location for that machine, we will find another site to move that machine. It's that simple and foolproof. We want successful sites for our affiliates because it builds future business for both of us. Now, our location portfolio is amazing, and we're so proud of what we've accomplished here in this industry. We don't have to talk generically about what it might be like to have amazing sites or talk about generic sites at all. Granted, we have over 3,000 machines on location now, and I simply can't recall those sites, of course, but I can share a few live, real operational sites to show you the variety and the potential of what we do here at H4U. These are the Mandarin hotels. Just 7 properties located here in the United States. We're proud to service 3 of those 7 already. Mandarin Hotels is committed to healthy options for their employees, and now we give them that opportunity 24 hours a day, 7 days a week with our machines. We work with numerous other high-end hotel chains, including the Four Seasons, Ritz-Carlton, W Hotels, in addition to the more familiar properties we've all stayed at, including Marriott's, Hilton's, Omni's, Westin's, Holiday Inns, and numerous others as well. We also target all the big-name gyms and workout facilities. That's obvious, right? And the lesser-known ones like, 24-Hour Gold City, Anytime, Powerhouse Gyms, EOS Fitness, and many, many independent ones as well. Here you're looking at the YMCA in Rockford, Illinois, which is a great site for our operator up there. YMCAs for years have had traditional vending, and they've recently made the shift nationwide to bring in more healthy options as that market continues to grow. Now, in addition to sites like this, we also target companies with wellness programs and initiatives like these two. These are 2 fantastic sites we've all heard of. The Kawasaki manufacturing plant up in Nebraska. We place machines here as part of a contract to replace the junk food machines as the education and market continues to shift away from poor choices. Kawasaki is not alone. We're also proud to be in the Gulfstream aircraft plant down in Georgia. Another site secured as part of the shift company-wide toward healthier options. Now, in addition to manufacturing facilities, we target other sites that we know are going to have a significant and growing demand for healthy products, like schools. Schools are an obvious one. Here you're looking at the Booker T. Washington High School in Texas. This is one of the top-rated football programs in the country. These kids even have an ESPN show during the season. It's been a great high-profile site for our local operator over there. Now, we work with both public and private schools all over the country. Now, when those kids move into college, well, we try to be there as well. We work with universities and colleges as well. One of the institutions I love to talk about is the West Point Military Academy. That's right. We've got equipment at West Point. This is an amazing world-class facility that now has our healthy vending machines on campus. The fact is we do a lot of business with the U.S. military, and we service about 40 other military installations out there. In fact, they even trusted us with that beauty, Fort Knox. Now, I don't know if there's any gold in there, but I do know there's healthy for you vending machines, so that's a start, right? Now, something I want to mention that most companies don't even realize is this. In order to submit a bid to the military, you need to have been in the business for at least a year. Well, with Healthier For You Vending, the military routinely waives this restriction because they know that we provide the best trained affiliates and best equipment to service their sites. That is what I call verification and validation of machine and training quality. Even the military knows that we provide the best. Now, one more site I want to share just because it's fun. It's good to look at. We've all heard about it, of course. We have machines at the world-famous Rose Bowl as well. Now, I can't show every location we have, of course, but excuse me, who else even has a portion of location portfolio that we do? In healthy vending, I can answer that. Nobody does. These are locations that our size and experience and national brand allow us to go toe-to-toe and sometimes even in partnership with companies like Coke and Pepsi to obtain. I don't think a new operator with 5 or 10 machines has the time, the resources, or the ability to get these types of sites, and that's why we do the process. We want to get productive sites for our affiliate network. No other company can even come close to comparing to our proven results. Now, we get into smaller locations as well. We know what it takes to get machines into all sorts of sites. However, it should be noted, and Jeff's talked about machine quality, this should prove beyond a shadow of a doubt our machines are ultra high quality and made to service locations like this. They're workhorses. We could not put low quality machines into high profile sites like these. Our name and logos all over the machine, if we had technicians and constant mechanical issues, these locations simply would not allow us to be there, and we surely would not have the amazing reputation that we do in the market. We're not just talking about quality, we're offering you tangible proof with just a glimpse of our amazing location portfolio. Now, once you approve the location, you go out and you do a site inspection, you sign off on it. Well, then what happens? Well, our plan is not to put a bunch of machines into your garage and see you, park the car out front all summer or winter long, whichever it may be, right? We ship directly from the factory to the locations where we do a white glove install. We send out a crew with the right equipment and the tools to get the machine set up and installed for you at the location. So they drop them in, they put them into final position. They come in with the right tools and equipment to make sure that they can get the machines in there, drop them into final position. You plug them in, up and running. That's what it's all about. Now, they even actually do take care of the debris removal, which is awesome. So they haul away the pallet, all the packing materials and cardboard and all that stuff. So the machine's dropped in, ready to go. All you've got to do is plug it in, load it, program it, get it making money. So you say, okay, so how do I do that? How do I load it, program it, get it making money? Well, that's a good question. Even better answer. That's what we do here in Las Vegas. We run you through 2 days of intensive training, teaching you how to run your business. This is, after all, a business, not a hobby. As soon as you finalize your purchase agreement with us, we set into motion a series of tasks and tools to help you obtain right out of the gate licensing, corporate structure, bank accounts, open EIN numbers are established, location evaluations, insurance needs. Then, when you get here to training, we run through all the details of setting up your business and answer any questions you might have during what should be the final stages of getting it set up. And then we move into running your business, including the tax benefits, basics, buying products, set up the accounts with the HVU buyers group, and even setting up the remote access features on the machines. We even touch on the food basics of what is healthy and how to talk the talk to a wellness provider in terminology that they expect and understand. We know that when you leave training, you have the knowledge to represent yourself as a professional in this industry. We want you to walk into location evaluation with the same vocabulary and terminology that we use with the locations to continue the conversation with them. It's about being part of a larger family, a national brand. So we also provide you all the tools that you need to do just that as well. Business cards, brochures, all the related materials. It's about becoming a professional in this industry and part of the Healthier For You vending team and family. And this all represents and accomplishes this. We want you to leave here ready to launch your new business without delays or unnecessary hesitations. Now, we also get into the nuts and bolts during training, running equipment, teaching you to load and program the machines, also basic maintenance issues and assorted useful information. We get you into a position that when you walk into your first location, you know what to do, how to get the machine loaded and producing without a 6-hour install, tons of phone calls, and lots of problems. We avert all of that by preparing you for that initial install with the hands-on experience that you need. Then we teach you to communicate with the machines remotely, accessing the information the machines put out about sales and inventory, what has been sold, what is selling, what the machine needs, and most importantly, when it needs it. We teach you to disseminate all that information so you can operate the business efficiently. Then we even jump into the business taxes. For those of you that this is your first business, it's an eye-opening program to help you understand the tax system like a professional. Everything from turning what are now just bills, like your cell phone, cable bill, even car payment, fuel, and maintenance, into tax savings. We set you up with the Ron Mueller tax program that enables you to maximize your deductions and really understand how the system works to ensure that you get all the benefits that you have rightly earned and deserve as a business owner. Now, we do all of this where at? Of course, we do it in the amazing Las Vegas, Nevada. That's right. So we bring you out here to Las Vegas, right? We get you all set up. We put you up at the Westgate Hotel and Casino, which they did a great renovation over there. So they've done a great job at that hotel. And we get you over there, and then we train you up, right? We got 2 days intensive training that we run you through. We do a social dinner even after training on Thursday. So after a long day of training, we take you out to dinner. The whole team goes, not just you and me, right? That'd be kind of weird, but we take everybody. So the entire H4U crew goes. All the trainers in town go, as well as all the new affiliates. And it's a great opportunity to really network and get to know each other. It's a lot of fun. Now, training usually wraps up about 3 o'clock on Friday afternoon. Then Las Vegas is yours to enjoy for the weekend, which is great. Make a little miniature vacation out of it because that's right. It's time for you to get home, get that food on order, get those site inspections completed and all that stuff, and then you are in business as a business owner. So now price points on all this stuff I want to cover. Everything that we're talking about is all-inclusive pricing. So this includes the machines, this includes the white glove install, this includes the location services, which are all guaranteed, all that stuff. Everything's built into it. So keep that in mind when evaluating the price. Like a great vacation, all-inclusive, all right? 3 machines, all right, $99.50 a unit, $29,850 for the 3-machine pack. Now, as you buy more machines, the prices begin to drop. So 5 machines, they drop down to $89.95 a unit. You also get a travel allowance of $1,000. Putting you at $43,975. Now the machines continue to drop down at the 10 level, down to $84.95. Same travel allowance of $1,000, $83,950. Then the rock bottom price of $8,000 per machine gives you $1,000 off that at $159,000 flat. So keep that in mind. All right. So the more you buy, the more you save. That's what it comes down to. So you say, all right, well, you know what? Maybe I've got cash on hand for 5 or 10, but I'm thinking about expanding. Maybe I want to make a little bit bigger footprint than I was thinking. How would I do that? What do your finance programs look like? Well, we partner with Premier Access Consulting. These guys specialize in unsecured working capital lines from $20,000 to $150,000, which is nice. All right, so they specialize in working with businesses, which is great. Now they're looking for rates as low as 0%, anywhere from 6 to 24 months. You've got USA military programs available starting at 1.9%, which is nice. And again, a lot of this is going to be non-reporting debt, meaning it's in the company name, it's not in a personal name, so that's kind of fantastic, so you don't all of a sudden look like you have a bunch of consumer debt or whatever. They try and secure it in the business name, which is nice. Now, generally, they do your business filings, initial setup as well for free for veterans and U.S. military members, which is great. Anybody can get about a 72-hour approval. So if you're interested in that, an email coming out after the webinar, there's one of those little bubbles Jeff was talking about. Click on it's going to be finance. Click on that finance one. It's going to send you the information. Just follow the steps in it and send it back into us, and we'll get it submitted to these guys. And like I said, usually within 3 or 4 days, we're going to come back to you with some options. No obligation. Doesn't cost anything to do it. You don't even take a inquiry on your credit report, which is nice the way they do it. So it just gives you some options. So if you want to evaluate that, you can, which is fantastic. Now you say, all right, when's the next training date? Everything's looking good so far. All right, July 12th and 13th and August 9th and 10th. So those 2 upcoming training classes. So you do want to book your trainings early, simply because, A, they do tend to fill up over the summer. For whatever reason, people like to come out here when it's really hot. People don't know what 125 degrees feels like, so they're like, yeah, let's go try that out. It's fairly warm, but it's also air conditioned, so don't worry about that. But come out to the training there, and we turn on the air for you, so it's nice. But again, you do want to book your trainings early, simply because they do tend to fill up over the summer, as well as soon as you finalize and pay for a purchase agreement in full, we start the location process immediately. So if you've got 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks, whatever, until training, we're not going to just sit on our hands and say, all right, well, we'll see you in whatever training class. No, we actually get to work on it. We send you out all the information, help you get your company formed and all that stuff, EIN, all that. We walk you through the foundation of the business, and then we actually start locating machines. So we start setting up appointments for you to go out, meet with locations, do site inspections. So obviously, the more time we have before training, the bigger that list of locations is going to be that you can go out and do initial site inspections on. So, of course, we want as much time as possible to get as much of that work done before you actually get here. So take advantage of that. Now, if you've got to move money around, you're waiting on finance, maybe you've got something in escrow, or you're looking to liquidate some equities or something like that, and you say, well, I'm not going to have all the money until a week or 2 before training, but I don't want to wait. You can put a 20% deposit down on any training class, and we'll book the spot in training. We're not going to start the location services until we're paid in full, because very often it is equities or escrow or something like that, and sometimes that gets pushed, for another 2, 3 weeks, whatever, and one training slips to the next. And we don't want to go out there and find locations, get appointments set up, and then have to disappoint them, call them back, say, oh, I'm sorry, they're not coming in on this week. It's from this month to next month, so it'll be in next month. So we don't start the location services until we're paid in full, but you do get the training class booked in, so meaning that you can attend whichever training you're looking at. So keep that in mind. So you say, okay, this all looks fantastic. What's the next step? It's pretty straightforward. Let whoever you're working with here at H4U know, your point of contact, let them know which training date and which package you're interested in. We'll send back to you all the information. Everything I've said tonight that's relevant is in black and white, so you can read through it. It details everything from the big stuff, how the locations work and all that stuff, down to the minute stuff, like how many meals are provided at training, how do you get to training, that kind of a thing. We cover all that, so it's all in there. It's very straightforward, so you can read through it. Everything looks good. Sign off on it, indicate when you're coming, how you're paying, all that, and boom, we start sending out the meal menus and all that stuff get booked up. So feel free to do that. Again, in that paperwork, you're also going to get 10 references. You can call some of the existing affiliates and talk to them and all that stuff. We do ask that you read through all the paperwork first, so you're not calling them up and asking questions about the warranty or whatever that's covered in the paperwork. Call them up and ask them questions about what it's like to run the business. Would they expand it? Have they expanded? Are they going to expand it more? What kind of money are they making? What do their taxes look like? Ask them relevant stuff. So there's going to be 10 contacts in there that you can call. So that's always fun to do. You feel free to reach out to them. So that's your next step. So you say, all right, well, this looks pretty good. Now, I'm going to talk about doing research here in a minute, but one of the things I want to point out is we've been in the business now 7 years, going on 8, I guess it is, and we became the number one healthy vending company in the industry by doing a few things, and really it wasn't rocket science. It kind of blows a lot of competitors away, but it's high quality equipment, high quality locating services, top-notch training. That's it. With those 3 things, we can go out, get top-tier sites, we can service top-tier sites, and we can keep top-tier sites, all right? Anybody can talk their way in the door, but can they keep it? If you got a machine that's doing a lot of volume and it has a lot of problems, they're going to kick you out. That's what it comes down to. So that's how we became the number one company. Now, we changed this industry. When we came into it, no one did what we do. No one did anything even close to it. Now, a lot of companies are kind of mimicking what we do. They say that they've got location services. They say that they're going to do these different things. But when you really read through the contracts and stuff, it's like word salad. Well, we might do this, or we could provide you. We're going to give you contacts, not necessarily locations. They play a lot of word games. And so I tell people, do your research on this. You go to the Better Business Bureau, you go to like Google Plus, or Google, you can go on there and see, companies' rankings and stuff, Facebook, whatever. Take a look at these companies and see what the consumer reviews look like. You're going to see a lot of problems out there. Companies that say that they're going to do things, they don't do it. They don't deliver, top-end equipment. They give them kind of subpar gear. They don't give them good location services. They said they're going to do one thing, did another, but hey, you read the contract and it really says it. There's a lot of games played in the industry. And that's really one of the reasons why my father and I came into this industry is we looked at all these other companies and we said, these guys are kind of clowns, they're not doing it right. And I don't know why they're not doing it right, but let's go do it right and become the number one company. It took us about 3 years to climb to the number one spot, and we've been there solidly ever since. We're now the biggest in the business. We have the biggest footprint of existing machine operators, machines deployed in locations. And when you start, I'm going to talk about doing straight line research here in a minute, but when you start doing your research, really take a look at some of these companies. You'll see where their corporate offices are. They won't have training centers. They're operating out of metal buildings. They're a temporary space. Doing trainings at the Marriott or Hilton or something like that. That's not a top-tier company. Obviously, why are they doing training in a temporary space? Because it's a temporary concept for a company. That's what it comes down to. We invested over $1 million in our corporate training center here, and we've got 6 machines on hand. We put people on the equipment. You train up on the gear. You guys get to see and operate with the software and all that stuff. That's what it's all about, getting you guys into a position that you can succeed. So when you go out there and you look and you do the Google tour and stuff of our facility, you're going to see that we even have our own shuttle to move people back and forth in the hotel to training every day. We've got a big corporate center where basically we can do trainings. We can seat about almost 40 people in there. So you're going to see the footprint of a real company. You're going to look at other companies, you're not going to see that stuff. So I tell people, do that research. I can't stress it enough. I encourage everyone to do some research on us or other franchises or business opportunities you're looking into. I ask this because I feel you'll see the excellent value in what we actually offer here at H4U. We have a superior business model to franchises because we don't have fees and restrictions that burden your growth. We have a vested interest in your success because in order for us to be successful long term, we need our affiliate network to grow their businesses by buying more machines. It's that simple. In the 7 years that we've been in the market, we've changed the industry immensely. We introduced a completely transparent business model and company. We want you to understand who we are and what we do before you purchase equipment. I am proud that my father and I own this company. I see other company owners out there hiding behind different titles and such because they don't want to accept responsibility for the products that they own, or they don't want you to look into their background and see that they're really not business people. They just kind of tooled around in the vending industry or made their way doing one thing or another. This is what we do. We start and run businesses, and we're successful at it. So you can see that track record. So do that homework. I own this role and encourage my affiliates to communicate with me anytime. We've introduced technology, real machine quality in the industry's gold standard locating services that no one can match. No matter if you're researching other healthy vending companies or other types of businesses totally to invest in, do some homework. I think you'll see we're the only company inviting and standing the scrutiny when you really dig beneath the sales pitch. I invite you to Google our company, the owners being myself and my father. Check and read our Better Business Bureau file and do the same with competing companies. I see other companies claiming they're rated A+, but when you look into their files, you're going to see continued systemic complaints about quality and misrepresentations. I mean it. Click that little button that says complaint. It's right there. If you dig a little deeper and really look into who you're contemplating partner with your new business venture, I know you'll find other companies just can't compare and compete with what we do. I'm so proud of what my team here has accomplished in this industry. It's been just amazing. We became the #1 fastest growing franchise or business opportunity, and we were ranked by Franchise Gator, which was terrific. Franchise Gator is an independent portal. You can't pay to get on this list. You can't buy your way to the top of it. This is a list that they go through your financials and disclosure information that we release. They go through all that stuff, and then they rank companies independently. And these guys put us at the top of the list for 2015, which was great. No other healthy vending company had ever even been ranked, so that was pretty exciting. And we're also now in the top 100 of sheer size, and I believe there's another list we're on with them as well. I don't remember what it is right now. But again, it's awesome to be at the top of these lists and growing. But you say, okay, well, so if you don't pay to get to the top of that list, how do you do it? Well, that's easy for me to say, and now you'll know as well. It's that team right there. I've got the best crew in the industry, and I'm so proud of what my team has helped me accomplish in this industry. We have monthly training classes now where we had anywhere from 10 to 15 new affiliates every month. We've now surpassed, we're right at about that 500 number. It might be in the next couple training classes, number 500. Local affiliates, we've got over 3,000 machines throughout the country, including Hawaii, Puerto Rico, and even Alaska, which is awesome. We've established an outstanding reputation with locations and now place machines in some of the most recognized venues in the world, not just schools and universities, but major corporations and even the U.S. military now turn to service their sites. It's a real testament to the dedication of our entire team here at Healthier For You Vending and the strength of our affiliate network. All right, that wraps us up. So now we are on to the Q&A. So in questions and answers section here, we've got a couple of rules. First one, all right, we're going to jump in here. I'm going to pull this up here real quick. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload a document. All right, this is the spreadsheet that Jeff was utilizing. So let me find it here in the system. But what it is, it's that Excel spreadsheet. So you got all the wholesale, retail price points, all that stuff. So I'm going to load it up here in just a second when I find it, and then you're going to download it. So it's a great form. So let me find it here. It takes me a second to find it. Let me grab the handset too. Where is it? Okay, there it is. All right, I'll lose this thing. I'm going to put it somewhere easier to find. Okay, there it is. So it's about 3/4 of the way down, right-hand side of your screen, little button there. It should be highlighted. It says Estimating Form 2018 H for you. Click on that. It should load right up in Excel. We're also going to email it to you, so check your email, check your spam folder, promotional folder, whatever, because it'll probably be in there if you don't see it. So definitely get that form. It's a great form. Now, there's also a little button that says Questions. Click on that. It'll load up a keypad for you. You can punch in your questions. They'll appear on my screen, and I'll read them out and answer them for everyone's benefit. So while you guys are doing that, I'm going to grab some water here real quick after all this chit-chatting, and then we're going to get to your questions. Refreshed. All right, now I'm ready to go. All right, first question. Has anyone ever tried looking to high school or school for teacher lounges? Yeah, absolutely. We do hundreds of schools, honestly. We do a lot of schools. Teacher lounges, well, those are more hit and miss. It depends on the situation. Depends on how many teachers they've got, access to lounge, that kind of a thing. But obviously, we do all that scout work for you when we go into sites. But yeah, absolutely. High schools are great sites. No doubt about it. All right. Next question. Oh, you're welcome. That was it. That was my only question so far. I know you guys are all feverishly typing right now, right? The questions are just going to spool up. See, sometimes this happens. They kind of come out slow, and then all of a sudden it's like 40 minutes later, and I'm still going. But I'm not seeing anything pop up right now. But I do know
questions out there someplace for me. Somebody's got to have a question.
Yeah, somebody's got to have a question for Jeff, right? Let's see. We can bait him. Should I bait him? We'll be like, well, where do you get all your inventory? Right? That's usually a good one. All right, here we go. Do you think it's better to place? Yeah. Actually, I got one now. So, do you think it's better to place the machine next to another vending machine or by itself? That's a good question. You know, there's been like a lot of people they would say, well, you know, you want exclusivity. Exclusivity is always great, but exclusivity is really only going to impact generally one or two things in your machine, and that's going to be your water sales. If you've got competing product for water or competing like either energy drinks or like Powerade, you know, that kind of a thing, like Gatorade, Powerade, etc., those are really the only things that are going to be affected, because somebody that drinks Coke, Pepsi, Mountain Dew, whatever, they're not looking to, you know, grab a healthy snack and then a soda. It's just generally a completely different client, and it's not somebody that's going to, you know, switch between machines. Somebody doesn't drink coconut water on Monday and Tuesday, grab a Coke on, Wednesday, Thursday, Mountain Dew on Friday. It just doesn't really work like that. So these are different clients. So like most of our military contracts, and I've always kind of believed that. I thought, it's a rumor, that it's just a myth that it would impact your sales very much. And I proved it out with the U.S. military. The U.S. military, they have junk food machines on base. And then, of course, we started going in with the military. We're on about 40 bases now. And we put, our machines with healthy products. Generally speaking, they're right next to our machines. And it doesn't affect us at all. There's actually a pretty funny photo. And I swear we didn't stage this. Somebody sent this in to me, but it's pretty hilarious. It's down at Fort Bragg. And there's a bunch of paratroopers that are getting ready to jump. And there's two healthier food vending machines. And there's like 3 or 4 junk food machines. And they're standing in line, all orderly because they're military, right? So they're all standing in line, just ignoring the junk food machines, waiting to use our machines. So it's a different client. It really is a different client. And it's not something where you're going to see it be uber competitive. Now, if you're in a school, something like that, a little bit different because kids are going to make bad choices if you give them the opportunity. They want that sugar. They want that sugar high. But, generally speaking, it's not going to be much of an issue for you. All right, next one. You mentioned the travel allowance for 5 machines and up. What exactly is this? Well, we knock off $1,000 on any of those packages. We assume it's going to be 2 people coming to training because we're assuming that you're either bringing the hubby or the wife, right? That's usually how it goes. Sometimes family business might be, an uncle or something like that coming with a nephew, So we see a lot of different arrangements. But literally, we assume there's going to be 2 people per training group. There can be more as well if you need that. Just let us know. But with that, we knock off $1,000 off those. We assume airline tickets on the high side are going to be $500 from pretty much anywhere to Las Vegas, and they're generally less than that. But we just say, we'll assume high, knock off $1,000, and it covers your travel expense out here. So we take it right off the package price. Next one, if you buy 5 machines, what's the average time to get the full amount of purchase price back? Brad, part of that's going to be up to you. You're going to ultimately determine what fits your needs. Now, right now, the only thing that you have to work with, and this is going to make some sense. I'm going to flesh this out a little bit, blow a little life into the vending business for you, because right now it's on paper. It's just like that machine on your screen right now. It's 2-dimensional, right? So you're looking at numbers, bottom line. How quick can I make my money back? What's, profitability, et cetera. Once you get into the business, all of a sudden, that machine's got 4 sides, right? I mean, it's all of a sudden, it's like, hey, this thing's multidimensional. And what ends up happening is you end up with essentially not just the financial side, but you also end up with the operational side. How much time do you want to service, machines? How much time do you have to spend doing that? So as an example, you get a location that's really booming, right? And it's thundering along. Well, it might require a service every 2 or 3 days. That's a lot of service. That's a lot of work. Now, for me, I would look at that and say, sure, on paper, that's making a great return on investment. You're probably servicing a machine every 2 or 3 days. You're probably looking at less than a year payback. But I would look at that and be like, that's a lot of work. I don't really want to go out there every couple of days. I want to be able to take a break sometimes, maybe want to leave town, whatever. So I'd say that's too much work for me. So I would drop a second machine next to it, build my capacity. It'll do a little bit more sales than just the one machine because you're not going to run out of stuff, obviously, and you're only going to have to service it about every 5 days. For me, that's my sweet spot. I want to be looking at a machine about every 5 days. If I'm going out there every 15 days, it's not selling enough product to make it worth it. If I'm going out there every 2 days, it's too much work. So I'm like, 5 days. More than once a week, less than twice a week. What you're going to be looking at in volume-wise, dollars, servicing about every 5 days, you're going to be looking at about $700-800 a month is what that machine's going to do in gross sales. About 60% of that's going to be bottom line. That's plenty of return on investment. That's plenty of money. Sure, you could, I call it kind of getting greedy. If you're like, you know what I want this machine to do? I want to service every 2 days or whatever, because you're pressing it when you do that because you're running out of products. People are not getting everything they want. It can create issues with location. It can, because the people are complaining the machine's always out of stuff. So that's one of the situations that I wouldn't want. So I'd rather put machines in there. But I understand the thought process of what you're looking at. What I'm shooting for on any business is a 2-year payback. If you're paying it back in 24 months or less, you're doing good. That's really what it comes down to. Operational life cycle of the machines about 12 to 15 years. So you still got a decade or more for the machines to just make pure profit. The reality is you're going to depreciate the value of the machines off the earnings in the first couple of years anyway. So, the machines you really end up with free once they start earning because you're just writing them off your taxes. But operationally, they're going to operate for a decade or more, decade and a half even, in just pure profitability mode. So yeah, I'd shoot for a 2-year payback. That's what I would be looking for. Next one, how's it work if spouses want to work together? Do they need to attend the training? Yeah, we do recommend that you bring the spouse along. A couple reasons. One, you guys are all going to smile a little bit, but this is true story. We're in Las Vegas, Nevada. All right. So if you come out here with the checkbook and, you don't have the husband or the wife with you, you might get yourself in trouble. So supervision, we'd like to see that. Two, we do want to train you because, again, you don't know how this business is going to flesh out. Right now, it's two-dimensional, right? You start booming in the business, you really love it, things are great. All of a sudden, your husband or your wife was kind of like, I'm not really that interested. Maybe I'll kind of help you or whatever. All of a sudden, they're like, yeah, this is pretty sweet. I want to be involved in this business. And if they didn't get the training, now all of a sudden they're getting second-generation training. And that can end up causing problems. Things get skipped, So we actually prefer that we train everybody that's going to be working with the machines. We actually even prefer in the future, because this, again, we're thinking way further down the road than most people, but when you get to the point that you start adding employees and you start saying, you know what, I don't really want to service the machines all the time. I'm making enough money that I can hire someone to do it. I'm just going to remotely manage the business. At that point, we actually want you to send your employees out to us so we can train them as well, because we want that first generation training. We want them to know how to service the machines properly. We want them to know how to manage inventory control, product procurement, know what they're looking for, even just facing up the product in the machine, merchandising, that kind of thing. We want them to understand it because they're going to do a better job servicing it. And ultimately, they're going to be taking care of those locations that got our name on there too. So we want to make sure that they do it right. So that's why we say send them out. We don't charge you anything to train them. You just get them here, buy them an airline ticket, send them out. We take care of the hotel, we take care of the meals, transportation to and forth training, all that stuff. Same as we take care of you, and we give them the full training so they understand every aspect of the business. So I would definitely recommend bringing your significant other. I know you all said you help find locations. Would it be good to do my own foot carving beforehand? Word of mouth, being the in person is always a foot in the door with good personality. Well, Julie, you just might be dynamic enough, right? You're selling me right now. I'm interested, but it is no. We do want your participation. A lot of times, people think like our locating is hands off. You're like, okay, great. I can just sit on my hands. You guys are going to find me sites. Well, I mean, we will eventually, but it's not going to be the most robust program because we want your involvement. One of the things that happens as soon as you finalize a purchase agreement, you guys are ready to go, training's all booked and all that stuff, you actually get about a 20 or 30-minute call from one of our locators. It's going to be assigned to you. You're going to go through like what we call kind of a pre-boarding process. They're going to cover the basics, stuff that you've probably thought about, but, you wouldn't have thought of in this manner, but like, where do you want the machines? What kind of circumference are we looking at? Specifically, what locations are you thinking you'd like us to target? We want to know, we want to build a route that fits you. So we want input. So we're going to ask you, you have location ideas, specific sites, you have contacts for that. What do you know about it? As much information as you can give us is the better. So, we want to know all that as well, because we want to reach out to those sites and ultimately build you a route that fits you. Now, when we're talking about pounding the streets, working the pressing the flesh, that kind of a thing. Yeah, absolutely. Once you're in this business, locating never stops. It's kind of, most people don't think of it that way, but it really doesn't. You always have that worst performing machine, whatever it is. Maybe it's better than someone's best performing machine. You know what I mean? But you've always got a worst performer. So you're always like thinking, hey, can I upgrade it or buy another machine? So you're always going to kind of be in the locating business anyway, because it's always the opportunity to expand, grow, or improve your existing route. So you're going to have the opportunity to do it. We don't prefer that people do it before attending training, simply because we want to make sure that you have the same information that we have, right or wrong, right? That's what I always say. I go, right or wrong. If we've got all the same right and wrong information, well, then we're talking out of the same mouth, which is good. Because we want to make sure when you go into locations that you're talking to them about what we're talking to them about. We're using the same terminology, vocabulary, same products, product choices, price points, stuff like that. We want to make sure that all this stuff's handled. Because what you run into, and this is something, again, that most people wouldn't have thought of, but it makes perfect sense when you break it down. But locations, when it comes to vending machines, they really don't want to think about it. They're like, yeah, okay, great. You can put it in the YMCA, the gym, whatever. They're going to be like, okay, yeah, fine. Drop it in here, whatever. But they don't want any problems, because what happens if they have problems? Say And generally what you have is low quality equipment. So we've all done it, walked up to a machine, put our money in it, and then the product hangs up or the machine says it gave it to us and it didn't, and then we're enraged, right? I mean, it's just, I don't know why we're trained to do that. So then we get enraged and we complain to the location, hey, this machine took my money, whatever. That's complaint number one. All right. So now if people are complaining to locations, it's problems. Okay. The other one is service. If the machine's always out of something that people want, they're like, man, why don't these guys stock this more? Creates conversation, which is always bad conversation. So vending operators, okay, they're supposed to be like invisible, and perfect. You're never really seen. It's not a conflict when you come in the door. It's not like you're taking up all their space or anything like this. They just want the machines to always have the product and work every time. That's really what it comes down to. Well, we kind of solve those issues by having the highest quality combo machine in the world. One, so the machine does dispense what it's supposed to dispense, and two, we have monitored inventory so you know what's in the machine. If a machine's selling through a bunch of product and you're like, oh man, it's going to sell out quicker than I thought it was, well then you know to get down there and make sure that you stock the machine so you get optimum turns on your product. That's something most locations have never seen. And if you walk into a location and you say, hey, I'm new, I'm coming into this business, or I'm thinking about coming into this business, they're going to blow you out simply because of the fact of, typically speaking, vending operators, and I'm not saying you guys are flaky, I'm talking about junk food guys, typically they're kind of flaky. So if you come in the door and say, hey, I'm new in the business, they're going to be like, well, come back next year if you're still in it, and I'll give you a shot, because they don't want problems. They don't want you to put the machine in there and then all of a sudden you're not servicing it right, you're having problems, that kind of thing. So that's why it's usually best for us to reach out, use our reputation and obviously our knowledge of product and service and everything else to ensure that we get those tier one locations. Because we don't want to put you into a tier 3 site and you kind of work your way up to a tier 1. We just want to use our reputation essentially and equipment quality to get the tier 1 sites and just kind of keep it a secret that, you might be kind of new at what you're doing. But one of the things that the military, and this is the U.S. military, United States Army and the United States Air Force, they actually give us a waiver to put people onto bases that have never been in the business. They've never done that before. Some bases, like Fort Bragg in particular, it requires that you've actually been in the vending business for 6 years. 6 years, because they're like, well, we don't want anybody that's trying this business out. It's exploratory, whatever. They don't want those people because they don't want people to all of a sudden stop servicing machines or go on vacation or whatever, stuff that can happen. So we actually get them to waive that because they know that we train the people properly, we provide high quality equipment, and they never have problems. And so that's why we've been able to expand so rapidly with U.S. military, is because they're like, hey, these guys know what they're doing. They're not concerned that you're a new operator. Like just today I was working on a contract and, they were just kind of like laughing. They're like, yeah, you need to submit all this stuff. And I said, do I really need to fill out this? It was a huge, contract, of course. And I was like, do I really need to go through all this stuff? Because they wanted to know like education background, all this stuff, bio stuff. And I was like, do I really need to go through? And they said, yeah, but don't worry, you're going to win. It's like, oh, well, okay. So technically I'm bidding, but somehow we always win. So that's fantastic. But, again, you want to let us do what we do initially. Once you're in the business, 60 days, yeah, do it. We want you in there pressing the flesh, meeting people, whatever, because now you've got the information. Now you know what to say when they say, when are you going to service the machine? You're not going to be like, Saturday. You're going to say when it needs it, because it has monitored inventory. We know what's selling. Location's like, oh, wow, that's impressive. What are the price points going to be? What are the products going to be? You're going to know all that stuff off the top of your head. And so that's why we say don't do any canvassing, if you will, before training, simply because we want to make sure we're on the same page. All right, next one. Are we able to relocate the machine after the 90 days? Absolutely, yeah. Worst case scenario, let's just say you're in a contract. Say you got a school, 2 years. You rock it out for 2 years at a school. At the end of that 2 years, you don't get the contract for some reason. They go a different direction or whatever. In that scenario, you're not left on your own. It's not like, oh, sorry, that didn't work out, whatever. No, worst case scenario, outside the 90-day period, you'll pay a $500 per machine fee. You're going to get the same locating program that we do anyways, which is we're going to put you into a location. We're going to give you the site. We're going to send you out there. You do the pre-site inspection, sign off on it. Machine arrives. You got 90 days to try it out. So you're going to get that program at any point that you need it. Our business is quite simply, and I can't stress this enough, and this is, again, something where you guys coming into the business probably don't, you don't understand all the benefits of scale and all of that yet. You will when you're in the business. But for us, it's all about selling you your first batch of machines, 10 machines, and then helping you expand. to 15 to 20 to 25. For us, that's about 20% of our business now. Last year, over $1 million we did in just resales. Add in the proverbial, 6th machine, 11th machine, 21st machine, that kind of thing, is people expanding their business. Because for us, that's what it's all about. Once we get you in the business, we teach you to scale it up, and you scale the business up. So of course we don't want machines coming off location, going in garages. Gee, I don't know what to do with it, that kind of thing. That doesn't do anybody any good, because you're not going to expand the business. So absolutely, we're always here to help you. I stay in a hotel, and they have nothing but junk food. And I get a lot of people who are diabetic who need healthier snacks. Yes, this is why we are aggressively targeting hotels. Yeah, absolutely. We do, we do a lot with pretty much every major brand hotel. We don't always do their front end services, which are like to the customers, because the contracts that the junk food companies give a lot of times are stupid lucrative. They'll be like, yeah, we'll give you 40%, that kind of thing. Well, we can't afford that in healthy snacks. So we'll come in and be in the break rooms for employees, that kind of a thing. We do just about every major brand. Some hotels we have done the entire hotel. Like here in Las Vegas, we do one of the Westins. There's like a dozen machines in the hotel, and so it's for the guests and all of that. But yeah, we're making our way. It's just going to be time until you see us everywhere. But we're getting there. We're doing all we can. This is a good question. Who decides what is stocked in the machine? For example, are we instructed on what to place in the machine, or is it our decision? It's your decision, Stacy. You're a business owner. Absolutely, but what we do, it's just not a blank check to do whatever you want with no guidance or anything. No, absolutely. During training, we go through kind of all the aspects of product. Okay, so we talk about where you're going to get it, the different manufacturers and distributors of product, what types of products, everything down to how to find local product. Because again, this is healthy. This isn't just like junk food. Junk food, you've got Frito-Lay, you've got Coke and Pepsi, and then you have essentially the Mars company, which makes almost every candy bar known. Those companies have distribution everywhere. So if you go to the junk food aisle in Connecticut, Miami, Seattle, LA, Vegas, whatever, it's going to be the same. It's the same stuff. You go to the health aisle and you go take a look, like say go to Trader Joe's or something, and you start taking a look at like healthy products. It's completely different. Like you're going to see stuff in Miami that you don't see in New York, or you don't see in, Las Vegas or whatever. It's going to be totally different products. So you're going to use some local brands. We're going to teach you to source those out, find out what they are, where they distribute. And it's kind of it's always the same stuff, but we're going to walk you through. Like these are the chips that are popular. These are the beef jerkies that are popular there. These are those types of products. So we're going to walk you through how to do that, how to source it, procure it, and then ultimately put it in the machine, because you want to have locally relevant products. If you've got products that are popular in your region, you want to use them. You don't want to bring in stuff out of a totally, different area in the country and bring it in and be like, hey, we've got these available and you've never seen it before. Vending machine's a terrible spot to try stuff, because you got to pay for it, right? And if you don't like it, it is what it is. So instead, we want you to use stuff people are familiar with. And so we teach you to do that as well. What happens if the products in the machine are not selling? Can we change them? Yeah, absolutely. You're gonna rotate our products. We teach you to do that as well. There's always going to be, and Jeff, if you want to jump in here at all, feel free, because I know Jeff gets cagey. He likes to be in on the product talk. But yeah, I mean, we teach you that 80% of the products in the machine are going to be kind of what we call your base items. That's what's going to be most of your sales. And then you're going to have 20% of your product that you're kind of rotating out. You're trying new stuff. And you're always going to be, like, say you carry pop chips. Maybe you're carrying barbecue one week. Next week you're carrying, salt and vinegar or something. Or maybe you're going to rainbow pack it, that kind of a thing. So you're going to be rotating stuff out, because you don't want anything to become stale. And I don't mean aged, but just stale that people are like, oh, I'm sick of these. I don't want to buy these anymore. You want to change it out and keep people coming back, see what's next. Every time you service the machine, you want them coming over there and be like, oh, hey, what do we got this week? Do we get anything new? Because that's part of it as well.
I'll jump in.
I was waiting. I was like kind of pausing. I was like, okay, yeah. I knew you were.
So, yeah. So we're talking about product dates and that kind of thing as well. Excuse me there. Sorry about that. I have a dog in the background here. That's the joy of a live webinar. So, but let's talk about dates real quick. So manufacturer product dates or pull dates, it's not something you really should have to deal with. And the beauty of that is because of Greenlight. Greenlight tells you what to buy, when to buy it. So the machines essentially order product from you, the operator. When you log on to Greenlight, you see what sells. You see how much is left in the machine, so you know how to buy and take to the machine. So really, you're not dealing too much with product product dates, that kind of thing. I haven't. I think in the whole time I've had vending machines since 2012, I've maybe lost about $200 in product. And, that's part of that is because I've tried new stuff and sometimes it works, and sometimes it doesn't. And I've over purchased some things sometimes and not listened to the system. If you listen to the system, you don't have to worry about that. And we get a lot of questions since I'm on here and I'm talking about product. Where do you buy your product at? That kind of thing. Gosh, there's a lot of places to buy product at. I think Brian covered some of that. But we've got distributors like UNFI, which we mentioned. I buy a lot at Costco and Sam's Club. And you're able to buy beverages, a lot of beverages at Costco and Sam's Club. I am anyway. And that really makes sense for me. They've got great pricing. You can't beat that pricing. And there's other distributors like Europa Sports too that will supply the supplement type of products that you might put in your machines. And we discuss all that in training. So let's kind of jump back into inventory. I get questions like, gosh, do I need a warehouse for this? Do I need a truck? How am I going to deliver this stuff? And the answer is no. This is an in-home business that's easy to operate because of the technology, because you know what to buy and what to take to your machines. So I started off with 5 machines delivering out of the back of my Cadillac, a back seat, and the trunk, which sounds kind of funny, but it worked really well. We have a collapsible hand truck, and it really didn't take too much at all. I've changed vehicles now. I now drive a Jeep Wrangler, and I'm able to deliver, several machines out of the back of the Jeep Wrangler, and it works very, very, very well. Again, that's because I know what to buy and take to the machines. As far as storage, when I'm done sorting the product and taking it to my machines, I really have about 2.5, maybe 3 cases of mixed product that I keep in a closet. I asked permission from my wife, can I move this aside, put this stuff in the closet? She chuckled and of course said yes. So it's very easy to do. And I think that probably covers some of the product questions I get, operator questions I get about storage, delivery, and where to buy and what to buy. Brian?
I think you covered it. It was funny. You preemptively answered. I see 2 questions coming up, and they were both about where do I get the product. So you read the crowd, man. You got it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that.
All right. Thanks, Jeff. All right. Now that gets us back to 0 on the questions. I had a couple of food ones in there. And Winston, I see your hand up, but I can't unmute you. If I do, we inevitably get it echoes, background noise, technical difficulties quickly ensue. So if you would just type your question into me and I'll answer it if I haven't already got it for you. All right. Anyone else? Now, Jeff and I know this is a lot of information coming at you guys in a relatively compressed time format, and you're going to be thinking about this. It's going to be marinating on the brain over the next, several hours at least, probably next few days. You're going to be thinking about it. And questions are going to pop up. Inevitably, we get off this webinar 5 minutes later, you're going to be like, oh, why didn't I ask this or that? I should have asked this or that. And that's what we're here. That's what we're here to do, is answer questions. So feel free to reach out to your point of contact here at H4U. You can call them, you can text them, you can Snapchat them, Facebook them, whatever. Look them up however you're comfortable communicating. You can email them, all that. So send them over the communications, get the questions to them, and let us get those questions answered for you. Because that's really what it comes down to. We want to see if this business is a fit for you and your family. And if it is, we do a deal, get you in. And if it's not, we wish you the best on whatever you're going to go do. But don't be worried about getting the big sales pitch. And, nobody likes to talk to quote-unquote salespeople. My salespeople are machine owners and stuff, so they understand the business. You can talk to them about the business. It's just like talking to an old friend, if you will, because you're going to find with an entrepreneurial thread through everybody, and that's what's kind of exciting about training, is you get all these people, different ages, different races, whatever. Everybody comes in, and everybody's kind of sizing each other up, and by the end of Friday, it's like these people have been together forever, and it's because everybody's got that entrepreneurial drive, and you're going to find that in all of our sales crews. So don't be shy to reach out to them. That's what they're there to do. All right, next one. You said you would get something regarding financing, correct? Yeah, you're going to get some finance stuff. It's going to be in the email. It's a button. Just push it. It'll say request finance info. It'll shoot it out to you automatically, and you can walk through that. And it's pretty straightforward. You can just walk through that. If you have any questions, again, feel free to reach out to us. All right. Was that our last question of the evening? You guys are a great group. See, I told you once we get going on the questions, right, they start flowing, so believe it or not, 30 minutes of questions. That's what I would have assumed too. So at first, you were a little hard to get going, but once we got chit-chatting, I think it came out there pretty easy. All right. Well, I'm not seeing anything else pop up, so I'm going to cut you guys loose. I want to respect your time. Let you get back to doing what you're doing this hopefully beautiful summer evening for pretty much all of us, right? Down here in Las Vegas, it's a nice, let's see, quick temperature check. It is just a mere 106 degrees. Can you believe that? Not too bad.
It was 110 when I drove when we were driving in Phoenix today. So a little bit hotter over here in Phoenix near the airport. So
hey, there you go. There you go. All right. Well, everybody, you guys have a terrific night, and Jeff, don't cook out there in the desert. All right. So everybody have a terrific night. Thanks for coming out, Jeff, and I really do appreciate you coming on to our webinar. And again, I look forward to meeting each and every one of you at one of our next upcoming trainings here in Las Vegas, Nevada. So good night from the desert, and thanks again, everyone. Good night.
Good night, everybody from Phoenix, Arizona. Looking forward to seeing our next training in Las Vegas, Nevada. Have a great evening.